right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Ba'Chakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, Shalom. To the brothers out there preaching and teaching on the highways and byways in sincerity and in truth, Shalom, Barakatham. All of you brothers, man. And the title of this is going to be The Correct Doctrine is More Important Than Ever. Now, this is kind of like an in-transit response to what I've been kind of seeing, going back and forth right now. Apostle Tahar, he's responding to a lot of the nonsense that came out of Bishop Nathaniel mouth from the IUIC, and a few other elders were going in on, matters that really should not be, these matters really should not be up for debate, man. These are like basics and fundamentals, all right? And it goes back to the name. That's probably one of the most, you can highlight the top three, oughts between, Great Millstone and IUIC. The name of the Lord and Yahweh Shai, his son, is going to be at the very top of their list. The Charagma, obviously, they go off on that, which is more important, or I would say is equally as important as the name, because that name is what we're going to need to call on when the time of the Charagma comes up. And now you have these guys basically misdirecting you on both of those doctrines, man. All right, number one, they're telling you that, or they're obfuscating what Jacob's trouble is. Oh, is it here? It's kind of already here. They're kind of trying to paint it as there's not going to be any draconian shutdowns and martial law and all of that, which that's completely false, man. When you read 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, there is nothing about what's written there that screams like normal society, man. Not even what happened in 2020 is going to even come close to what's getting ready to happen. Where they shut everything down. You saw the panic in everybody's face, and that's important, man. Imagine, I think honestly in 2020, those off-ass breakdowns shook up a lot of the men that were in the IUIC, because they were all wishy-washy on the Jacob's trouble thing, and then the shutdowns happened, and they're like, oh, wait a minute, you're not supposed to give any credence to a hope and a long-term outcome in this place, man. When we were in the ancient world chanting down the walls of Jericho, man, we weren't doing that in a nonchalant attitude. We wanted those walls to come down, man. And that's how we are with Babylon, man. When we go out on the highways and byways, because we want this place to come down, man. Not a month from now, not a year from now, Like right now, man. This is all bullshit, man. Now you got to smile in people's face at work, and you even got to, walk on eggshells around most women nowadays because of the power that they have from Esau, Edom, And me personally, I don't really deal with women if I gotta walk around eggshells around you, man. Just go up the fucking street, Nobody need you boxed that bad, But correct doctrines are important, man, and that's in, I believe that's in Timothy. It says the Spirit speaketh expressly, that in the latter times, basically, false prophets and false doctrines would arise, man. I'm roughly paraphrasing it, forgive me, I'm driving, but that's all a marker. Why were we warned of that, man? Because getting told the wrong doctrine can really fuck you up. That's blood on your hands, man. All right, that's the behavior of a hireling, man. All right, he's getting guys in the IUIC and their leadership, I'll say, they're getting paid, all right, to basically do the bare minimum. You're an Israelite, the white man's the devil, blah, 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 blah. But when it comes down to it, they're not really willing to risk their lives. They're not even really willing to give up a bag, to tell you the truth. You know, they're not willing to lose any comfort. All right, to break things down to you correctly and warn. And that's why we know that is a hireling spirit, man, similar to the ISUPK. What did they tell you in 2020? All right, they were not willing to sacrifice any level of comfort when it came down to it. They said, don't lose your job. Well, wait a minute, man. Where is that in the scriptures, man? All right, where you just supposed to just to go down with whatever the devil says to do, man. Now there are some laws, there are unlawful laws that we do have to abide by, you know, and that's part of the reason why we need grace, you know. But the Lord already drew the line in the sand, man, you know, and the line in the sand is to not get the elect deceived, or to not even make an attempt to deceive the elect. All right, building up to the hour of temptation, because that's really what it's all gonna build into. And if you've constantly pushed doctrines out there, and you got guys falling into these wayward doctrines, all right, and then when the prophecies actually manifest themselves, which they will very soon, you know, they're gonna scatter. All right. And when you read Jeremiah 23, you see how the Lord feels about men or pastors or shepherds that have behaviors that lead to the sheep being scattered. You know, lying to them is not lying to them to make them feel better is not doing them any favors, man. We're not supposed to feel better in this place. You know, I always say this is a prison sentence. All right, and the sooner Jake realizes that and repents, the better off he's going to be, man. The Lord is going to lift up a standard to the men that were diligently doing the work, you know, in meekness, all right, and in sincerity. And the Lord knows, man, you know. The Lord knows the brothers that are sincere, that are the ones that are doing things for filthy lucre's sake, the ones that are just going through the motions, all right. You know, and that's a problem, man. All right. So that's why at GMS, man, we have the confidence to let many brothers do many videos and channels, you know, to build their own selves up, because you're supposed to go out there and push this word and teach it. You know, you're supposed to run with it. You know, the scriptures say in Habakkuk, make it plain upon tables, that he that readeth may run with it, man. You know? But if the doctrine goes off, man, you're out of there, man. Why? Because that's a very dangerous thing, man. You know? That's a very dangerous thing to give somebody the wrong passcode to get delivered. You know, you basically destroyed them, and that blood is on your hands, you know? And so for the younger brothers out there, you know, there's nothing wrong with keeping your ear to the ground on what other camps and things are talking about, but you need to be locked in on a doctrine, all right? And if your spirit is wavered on it, you're not sure, don't speak on it, man. And if it comes down to it, don't speak at all. You know, just listen. You know, because the truth comes easier for some brothers than it does for others, but you know, ultimately, man, regardless, we're accountable to the things that we say, man. That everything is recorded, every thought is recorded, man. You know, so be mindful on the doctrines, and we knew that this would happen, and that's how we know that we're close to the end. All right, because all of these different doctrines are coming up, man. How many different doctrines have you seen sprout up crazy as hell? Magic mushrooms, flat earth, you know, and less obvious ones, you know, like the virgin birth, and people just, you know, guys waxing worse and worse, you know. But that's how you know that's the time that we're in, man. So, you know, brothers, tighten up, lock in, man. Lord willing, is edifying. Call hello, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Hashem Rakha Kodash. Wa Abba Bashem.